What is up, crypto legends? How is everybody doing? Let's analyze the situation for Bitcoin. We're absolutely exploding. Are we going to manage to reach that weekly level at $50,800 range? We've been moving here during the last few hours, pumping over $2,000. I want to let you know I have sold just half a Bitcoin today, okay, on my spot, taking a bit of profits, realizing that obviously this is getting a bit punchy. You want to sell once the price is going up, okay? Very much realizing and understanding the possible zone where we're currently at the moment. Getting above this high for me is already a good zone to take some profit if you have been buying Bitcoin during the last 18 months, right? So sold a little bit of Bitcoin. Obviously, you know, we never want to sell much Bitcoin ever, even though if it pumps to all-time high, there will be a moment that will be like, I don't want to sell my Bitcoin, right? We know that Bitcoin's going to go to $500,000 at some point in the coming years. Of course, I don't think that is going to happen anytime soon, but who knows? We have massive FOMO, institutions coming in. Inflows are going absolutely crazy. Their bags are going higher and higher by the week, by the day. Is this time extremely different? And we're going to go absolutely parabolic here in the next coming weeks. It's definitely a possibility, guys. But overall, we're realizing the technical analysis, no matter what, okay? We thought that the ETF announcement was going to be extremely bullish. We got a $10,000 pullback straight after the ETF was approved. So we don't have to go too much with the hype, with the news. Bitcoin to 60K. We need to stay focused here. And realizing that we are still at a huge major resistance zone. What is interesting always to take a look at, guys, like I explained in today's video, we'll go through some trading setups. I'm going to explain a quick scalp that I just got into here the last hour, giving that pure education as well on technical analysis, right? We can scalp as well the levels, moves of a couple of $100. They are absolutely great to trade here for Bitcoin, especially if you've missed a major large move, right? I'm not much of a swing trader myself, and I look to get into small little levels. Now, I'm going to explain that, you know, basically some trading setups and providing that educational content so you can find those setups by your own in the very near future, right? This is what it's all about. It's all about educating people so you can learn how to fish on your own, try and scratch a few dollars every single day from the market, right? Where the market is going up or down, it doesn't matter. So, bro, at last, Umbrella is pumping. My goodness, yes. Let's see if Umbrella is pumping or not. I can see it in the comment section. What's going on with Umbrella? It's getting a little bit of a pump. Yeah, this is one of my high-risk cryptos that I bought a decent bag. You know, got several $1,000s worth of this token. And, you know, these are the kind of tokens that you want to buy into. No doubt. I know the project. I've done my research. For me, this is a good project, and you know, I ain't gonna sell this till the actual altcoin season kicks in at some point, right? Bitcoin is another thing. Altcoin season with major pumps. This is a low cap, high risk cryptocurrency, Umbrella. But what I like it is in the Oracle section, right? Meaning, you know, oracles are going to be absolutely huge in the next coming years. We've seen a few oracles doing extremely well. API 3 is up 22% during the last 7 days. UMA is up 11%. Tether is one that went absolutely crazy in 2023, breaking its all-time high of 2021. But of course, you want to get into those low cap coins where you can get massive gains, and this one's under 10 million market cap, and they are a very well known and working project. They got insane partnerships. I think this one could, you know, if you're looking for that kind of 100x coin, this is one of my possible 100x coins, because it's a 10 million market cap. It could go to the $1 billion, obviously, in the altcoin season, whether that is end of 2024, 2025. I don't really matter. This is just sitting in the portfolio. Whatever it does, then happy days. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. Obviously, you know, it's funds that I think that I don't have. But anyway, just talking about interesting projects, Umbrella finally getting a little bit of a pump. But this one, I expect it to pump craziness. And when we talk craziness is 10, 20, 30x, right? Even more than that. DeVault, how you doing, my man? Let me go quickly through the comment section, guys. I did sell half a Bitcoin just about an hour ago. I feel bad. I feel bad. When you sell Bitcoin, even though it's in profit, you know, if we do get a major pullback in the next coming weeks, you know, it's the same deal. Oh, I should have sold a few Bitcoin here, right? But it's just small take profits. Hey, just in case we live in some different era $1,000. Well, you know, you don't want to sell much at this zone, but it's for me a selling point because we're breaking some highs, we're hitting still resistance. When we do take a look at Fibonacci time, guys, and I think, you know, we will realize, because hey, I'm gonna say I was totally wrong in believing. Well, not wrong, because this could still be very much a B wave all the way up to $51,000. But the realizing that this was a market break, okay, of structure with this lower low, looking for a possibility of a lower high. However, when you talk about a possible B wave, you know, it could be a flat and go all the way up to $51,000, even slightly higher when you do take a look at the B target levels, right? Which is taking the Fibonacci from the pivot high here to that pivot low of the break of a structure. And when you reverse this, you're looking for the 1.2361382, which is coming all the way up to $53,000. Even this flat B wave, okay, inside of a corrective move can extend all the way, in this case, to $53,000. Still very, very cautious. You know, we could still pump another $3,000 and I would still take this into consideration. Now, when we zoom out, no doubt that this is still that 61865 Fibonacci range. We're just inside of that level. It could slightly get above it, get a reaction. It's a moment to be extremely cautious. Value area high from 2021, 2022. This is still the zone. And when we do take a look at the timing, guys, market moves with timing always. You know, there's several examples of the timing here. It's just to give you an example based on the one-to-one extension. When you do take a look at the low here to the pivot high, we can see how once you cross the one-to-one, in between 1-to-1 and 1.618 is where you bottom out. Of course, we had the C19 crash right over here, but it looks like we wanted to start recovering. Got the crash, and then obviously, you know, after the 1.618, we started rallying. So taking into consideration timing, like I explained in today's video update, is very important for the corrective moves, for the impulsive moves. And when we do take a look at the timing here from the low to the high pivot right there, considering that this was an ABC flat right there, we can see after the one-to-one extension, market started to recover very aggressively. So right now, when we do take a look at the one-to-one from this pivot low, we're basically crossing that one-to-one. So meaning that this is still part of the impulsive move. Is this crossing one-to-one extension, meaning that, you know, we are going to get that corrective structure in an ABC? For me, it's likely. You know, market moves in timing. It's timing the market. So, you know, we already extended with this one wave compared to this wave in that one-to-one, right? Just so we understand that, you know, we need to take it into consideration, especially after this very, very shallow, quick pullback, right? It's just been a quick, straight pullback. So I am taking that ABC corrective move into consideration, realizing that, you know, if we were to successfully get above $53,000, then that would invalidate, you know, the flat scenario, and then we're just in massive bullish territory already. We could be in that third wave, because the bearish, macro bearish case scenario would also be that this is an ABC, right? And this is an A wave, and this is a B wave, right? That would be like the ultimate bearish case scenario for Bitcoin for the next coming months, which is unlikely in my personal opinion, based on, you know, what's going on in the ETF and everything. But we need to be cautious. Things could turn around very, very quickly. And in the case of this pumping very aggressively to $53,000, then we need to take into consideration the extension from this wave right over here. I mean, we already, yeah, I mean, this is also pretty impressive to see, where we do find the low of the one wave up here, and this is the top, we like it or not, because this was a flat. So we take the top of this wave 1 or wave A and consider the low of the B wave right there, and when we connect it down to the low of the B wave, the 1.618 extension is basically at $50,300. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the 1.618 from this move is right there? I mean, if you think that this was not the high of the wave 1, just say this was the wave 5, and we put the low right there, okay, as well. Well, that would take us to $52,000, right? Maybe somebody counts this as, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this has been an ABC, right? I mean, there's several ways to count it. I think the correct one, in my opinion, is looking at this as 5 waves up, and this is a flat. But yeah, basically in between $50,000 and $52,000, if you wish, is the 1.618 extension. That is if you're counting the Elliott waves, on another way, but I'm counting them like this. It makes more sense like this to be the flat. Meaning that round about $51,000, we also have that 1.618 extension from this momentum. Is it a coincidence that exactly this 50,800 is also sitting at the value area high of 2021 and 2022? Is it a coincidence that it's really round about that range? And is it a coincidence that this one-to-one extension, 1-to-1 Fibonacci time from the pivot low, right, to this pivot high, to this pivot low, we're crossing the 1-to-1 right now, meaning that this timing is the same, okay, already surpassing the timing from this wave, right? You can see the timing right there. Just a moment to be extremely cautious, guys. No doubt we could continue pumping. No doubt that when we pump like this and we hit resistance levels, it's a time to take profits, in my opinion. So, good night from India. In Oru, how are you doing? Martin, hello. Joe, Dami, Tammy, BTC not stopping. It is not stopping. It is going absolutely crazy. Now, when we do take a look at this consolidation that happened during today, which was pretty insane, there was multiple different scenarios. I'm going to do a little bit of that educational content, guys, as always, because this channel is for pure education. And of course, you might have a lot of experience in trading anyway. And if you do so, make sure to check out BYBIT and MEXC. They are my favorite crypto trading platforms, and you do have the best deal down below. So make sure to sign up with the link down below if you want to trade on BYBIT or MEXC with no KYC, just with an email and a password here to get the greatest bonus that there is available, only with my links. Now, diving in through the educational content, because I got into a quick scalp long here just before the stream. I'll explain that in just 1 second, okay? It was just a quick move, and it was based on volume and based on a 3-wave move down. I mean, there's no train stopping this, and I had to take advantage of a quick leg up here of a few $100s. I'll explain that scenario, but let's keep it educational, right? We know the higher time frame zones. I mean, we could extend to $50,000, $1,000, and even $53,000 as the possible B high target zone of the flat. So we know that the price could continue, to the upside. Let's go with this range and go with the pure education, guys, because I know a lot of you are here for education. Don't tell me the predictions, where we're going, or, you're here for education to learn how to trade yourself. A lot of people have been here watching for years, and they've learned a lot. I've got dozens of DMs, saying, wow, I've actually learned a lot from your channel, learned how to trade very, very well based on, the levels and the tools that we use when we do the live streams. And I just wanted to talk about, what happened during the last couple of days here in this area. Now, when we formed this low right over here and we moved into a 3-wave structure to the downside, we can see once we formed this low, we formed a bit of a failed auction right there, 3-wave move down in an ABC. We can see here how we formed 1 wave, 2 wave, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? And it's pretty clear. You can count them right there. High, low, right? And there's 5 waves. What happened inside of after this is that we formed a bit of a symmetrical triangle, And what we formed inside of this symmetrical triangle, as you can see here from the pivot high, this is a complex corrective move in A, B, C, D, E. From the high to the low, we have an A, a B, a C right there, a D, and an E. Meaning that you're likely going to get that push here to the upside to claim those highs in a bit of a symmetrical bullish pennant, if you wish, right? To get that move to the upside. Now, of course, in the Legends trading community, we talk about several different plans. We have multiple plans. We have 2-3 shorting plans. We have 2-3 longing plans, of course, with very good risk management, because you never know if a level is going to hold or if you're going to move to the next level where we have the next trading plan. And this was a plan basically talked about in the last 24 hours, basically, right? When we did get that push here to the upside. So looking at that possible scenario where we could be forming that A, B, C, D, E as we form 5 waves here to claim those highs. We talk about major different zones where we can look for some setups in the Legends trading community. So if you do want to sign up for that, you have the link down below, Legends trading community. I provide videos and education there every single day based on the lower time frames, looking at possible scenarios. I have trading plans here, here, and here, and I have shorting plans here, here, and all the way up here, right? And depending on the reaction, we take those trading plans or not. So basically that move happened, and what we were considering as well as a possible scenario, I mean, I had a trading plan here to claim this low and then possibly get into a long position. However, in this consolidation, now when we do see this move, it's a failed breakout. So when it's a failed breakout, you cannot consider this as, okay, you know, we're going to continue to the upside in another wave. When this was formed, right, the next price action can give you another story. And this gave me another story right over here. After seeing this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right, we can see this as an A corrective wave right there, B wave up, and then this as a C wave. It's a very, very kind of complex, you know, ABC flat. Very, very complex with the micro counts here, you know, very, very choppy. We ain't going to go too much into detail. But as you fail to break above this level, of course, you correct from there, move up here, move down, you know, then you had a massive blast off. This probability of this happening here, we were forming insane bullish CVD divergence. When you do take a look at this consolidation formed today, right? This is when we started to pump $2,000. We can see here how with the CVD, not from this pivot, you know, even from this pivot right there, we can see how on BYBIT, it was just insane massive selling pressure, which was getting extremely absorbed by much larger players, meaning that it could get that blast off. So you can see right there how, you know, there was just lower lows on the CVD, right? People were like trying to push the price down. There was lots of selling pressure right there, retail pressure, just a few $1 million, and it was getting absorbed, creating those higher lows. And that what gave the probability of getting a major push to the upside. So when we do take a look at that scenario, of course, it does make sense when you do take a look at this corrective structure. You can see here how you formed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then obviously you form this scenario, failed breakout, bang, giving you the possibility, okay, we are still in very strong bullish market structure. So you want to consider obviously taking the long positions, forming that ABC scenario. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more internally before I go through the comment section, say hello to the community. We'll be taking a look at some different altcoins, analyzing the situation. But for me, for Bitcoin, it is pretty clear. Obviously, we can look for higher. Price is extremely bullish on the lower time frames during the last few days. And during the last few minutes, right, we are extremely explosive. So what we need to consider is, hey, we can actually go slightly higher. And that is purely based on extensions, purely based on this extension right there. Okay, so if we do take a look at the extension here, like I mentioned before, right, we can go all the way up to the 1.618, which is above $50,000. That could still happen. We still got several $100s to get that move to the upside. We're also aware, looking at the lower time frames from this move right over here, that we formed from the low a one wave up, right? And this was pretty, it was absolutely crazy how you can count this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and a regular flat there, forming a triangle, and then getting this explosive move. Now, what is crazy about this move is, okay, you can possibly count this as a one wave, right? You're not going to count this as a one wave, all of this, right? It's too impulsive. So from that low bottom, you can have a one wave right there. Third being extremely explosive. What is surprising is that this fourth wave has been very shallow, and we are possibly in that fifth wave. And this means only one thing. This means that, we could be very, very close and topping out after this extension. When we do take a look at Fibonacci time, very important as well. From the pivot low right there to the pivot high, we can see here, 1-to-1, same thing. From pivot low, pivot high, you cross the 1-to-1 extension, you start to impulsively move to the upside. Now, where are we right now with the 1-to-1 extension? Are we hitting the 1-to-1 extension right now, or do we still have a little bit of more room? We are on the verge of crossing the 1-to-1. So, same timing here. It was exactly 1 week for this leg up. It was exactly 1 week for this leg down. It's been exactly 1 week right now for this leg up. Will it be another second week here going up? Well, it's very unlikely, right? Based on the timing, based on the waves, the waves don't go forever. So we are looking for that possible topping formation here in between 50, 51,000. Could it extend to $53,000? I mean, that would be extremely explosive. It does run up there very, very quick. The corrective move can be very, very quick as well. So it's all about timing. The price action is extremely bullish, guys. No doubt we are very, very bullish, but we always need to consider timing. Timing is extremely important, realizing that the market moves in waves and in timing. The timings of the waves, okay, are very, very similar. So something to take into consideration. We'll be going through lower time frames, but lower time frames for me, it's pretty simple. It's very, very hard to predict if we are going to top out right now at this moment. I would say no. We're probably going to go here to that weekly level at 50,800. That is a major resistance zone. If you can and you know how to do it properly, obviously getting into some nice scalp longs and scalp shorts as well. You can scalp short an uptrend, but you need to know how to do it. Basically, the long position that I got in here quickly, just a quick little scalp to enter at this level, was a quick corrective structure, hitting the highest volume candle that we had today. The highest volume candle that we had today is this one right over here. Let me just get a box here and get extend that box at that level and let you understand that the highest volume candles in an uptrend usually get supported very well with an 80 to 90% probability. So if you're moving in an uptrend like this and you have an extreme high volume candle at this point, you know that you are very likely going to get that bounce. But not only that, there was a nice kind of order block right there, which was very, very beautiful. And it was purely based on a local swing failure pattern with the high volume. So what you have with this strategy is the volume strategy, right? The highest volume candle, very likely to hold as support. And this has to be a quick, instant, entry trigger. And if you do enter as you get that reaction, obviously you're having a stop loss beneath the low, understanding that if it breaks down that you were wrong, that this did not hold. You want to get stopped out. You don't want to hold a major loss, right? Managing risk very well. Get the reaction at certain levels, trigger along, put your stop loss, you get the decent bounce, and obviously I was happy to take the profits at this consolidation. We came back down. Now we're probably going to come to the highs, but it's been a technical trader. It is level to level trading. Of course, I was aiming for that 618.78 is where we were getting the reaction. I'm out. You know, I'm happy for this quick instant bounce. But even though realizing that we could hit the highs, it's very likely to happen now in the next coming minutes. But it's a level to level trade. I'm happy with a 2-to-1 risk to reward, a 3-to-1 risk to reward, even a 1.5-to-1 risk to reward, if I know exactly where to enter, where to be very, very defensive. So the brief explanation of this small little trading setup, guys, which was just basically a pump of $300, you can make some really good profits with a bit of leverage here with these small little profits. But for anybody that is new on the channel, just based on pure education, high volume node, this has to be one of the easiest strategies that there is, okay, on the market, right? Basically, it does work on any market where you do have high volume candles where they usually act as very strong resistance, okay, or support in this case, or resistance, right? If it is to the downside, you've got a high volume candle, you know, likely to get a small little reaction at that level for a quick pullback, either to the 618 or to the actual lows, okay? Happens with 80, even 90% of probabilities. Now, the good thing about this quick little long scalp setup was these lows right there, okay? You need to see those order blocks. So just to take it into consideration, guys, just say if the price action suddenly breaks through here massively, right? You want to know how to read the price action that happens next. If you get that high volume node right over there and you form a little bit of a consolidation, and you move back up with high volume, okay, highish volume, you know that pullback, you have the highs right there and the lows for an SFP to get a decent bounce. This happens a lot. You know, this was obviously a good trade setup. It happens a lot, okay? And to the downside, it is the same theory. To the downside, it's the same theory, guys, where you do get that leg down, you have high volume, you get into a bit of a reaction right there, say a bearish channel or whatever, right? A bear flag. And then you get that movement to the downside. That next move to the downside, obviously you are likely going to see a bit of a higher volume as well, pushing down. The moment you quickly get to that level, you're looking in between the high of the candle and the consolidation of that mini range to maintain as resistance to come back down to get close to the lows or to the 618 Fibonacci, right? From pivot low to pivot high, which would arguably discuss be the take profit zone, just in case you do create that higher low right there. This is basically what happened right over there. High volume node, always take into consideration. And when you're forming a little bit of a bullish flag in this case, absolutely beautiful. It's an order block. You're going to test it, bang, get the instant bounce. You know, these are really, really nice, simple trades. You need to try and spot them, guys. They happen many, many times during the week, okay? And obviously you want them when you break out from a zone, right? Because if it does happen inside of this area, you're basically not breaking anything. You got the highs and the lows. You want to see it always when you basically in a major uptrend or in a major downtrend, leaving a zone. So make sure to note that strategy. It's a strategy that does happen. You just need volume and understanding here these small little order blocks, right, where you can test the lows quickly with that high volume candle to get that instant bounce. For the moment, Bitcoin, again, new yearly highs of 2024. We are hitting $50,000 as we speak. Legends, absolutely phenomenal. We came back down actually to test that low. However, this is a much harder long position because if you're entering here, you formed a little bit of a swing failure pattern right now, but I would say I want higher. I would say the price is likely going to go to higher levels because there's really not much resistance going on here at the moment, and it does make sense for the price to actually extend a little bit more based on this movement right there. yeah, very likely just to go to higher levels. I'm looking for 50,800, which is where we have the weekly level. There would be interesting. It would be interesting to see the reaction and get a bit of a range here at this area. Now let's go right away here through the different scenarios that we were going to talk about. Yeah, I'm going to go through the comment section. But overall, I am looking for higher at this current moment. You know, it's extremely bullish. We haven't got much resistance above us. We haven't got much resistance when we do take a look at this range over here. The strongest one is that weekly level, which is also a daily level from December of 2021. So far, pushing through. Would expect here possibly slightly higher levels. Let's go through the comment section. Say hello to the community. Father Time, Racing Pixel, long time no see. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream, my man. Got my moderators here. Father Time, how are you doing? We got Devolt. How is it going, Devolt? Thanks for joining the stream. Bitcoin is extremely bullish at the moment. It's going absolutely bananas. Like I said, I was mentioning this zone over here. I mean, the highest volume candle, look at it right there, maintaining massive support, already pumping $600 from that level. I just got into a quick little scalp. Happy with that. My goodness, look at this. It is absolutely going bananas. But you can see how that high volume candle right there is maintaining support. You know what would have been a good entry right there is obviously coming down and testing the lows again and getting a recovery as a local swing failure pattern. That would have been the better scenario. For me, it was easier to get into a quick long scenario based on testing these lows than either coming here, right? When you're rolling down, it's hard to get into a long here to manage risk, because where's your stop loss? Are you going to put the stop loss beneath this low right there? You're kind of asking to get stopped out, and then the price is going to leave without you. So in this case, for me, I would have missed out on this trade anyway, because I probably would have waited to see if that low was going to be claimed. Volatility kicking in, legends. What insane. So it would have been better for me to remain patient anyway. This would have been a missed trade. But obviously, putting a stop loss right there is kind of you asking to get stopped out, right? And putting a stop loss much lower means you're not managing risk, right? Because a lot of people might think, yeah, but if I put my stop loss here, you know, I'm going to get stopped out and then the price is going to leave without me. So I'm going to give it a bit of room. The thing about giving it significant room as a stop loss is, you know, if you do break down, then obviously you're getting into a major loss. And that is what we do not want to do, obviously. Creating a bit here of a failed auction at the moment from these highs. So we haven't maintained these highs. The volume is extremely low at the highs right there. You can see right there that the highest volume candles down here. Volume has been decreasing. Now this high has been decreasing in volume, giving you the chance for a much larger pullback. Now, once you've created that failed auction, if you have higher volume than this one, then obviously it looks extremely bullish. But getting a bit of a decent pullback based on lower volume as well, a bit of a failed auction formation. Yeah, this means one thing. This means that it can, you know, it could get a bit more of a pullback. Could those highs be resistance? Now it's going to be interesting to see here on the lower time frames if we are going to get a reaction at this zone in the coming minutes. Because if it does get choppiness here, it means it could roll back down. Of course, if it just blasts through here and goes to the highs, then it is what it is. If we do get a reaction here a few minutes, it means that you're probably going to back test this level and yet you're going to come down. But very disturbing to get into a short right now. You know, there's too risky. You want to see the level failing in the next coming minutes. If it fails to move higher in the coming minutes, then obviously you could be looking for that rollover. Too soon right now, because this could just shoot back here to the highs and then off we go to the races again. Would be nice to see a bit of a reaction here. Let's go right away with the comment section. Micro caps. Shall we take a look at some micro cap altcoins, which are good crypto projects. Let me down below on the side in the description. Mark Dutch, I can see you there, my man. Thanks for joining. Bernie, how are you? Let me know, guys, any altcoins that we should take a look on the chart, okay, to analyze to see if they are a good buy for the next bull cycle. I know that Umbrella is an insane buy right now. It's in the Oracle section, and oracles, there is not many oracles that are reliable, to be honest. In my opinion, I've been taking a look at a few of them here at the very, very low market cap, and there are a lot of very, very fishy, such as DOS Network, you know, Option Room, very, very fishy. Look at this. This is up 6,300%. But you know why? Yeah, this has a, this has a 547,000 market cap. The volume is $32,000. When you do take a look at this one, I mean, look at this. Yeah, this is very low liquidity. You know, it's just very, very fishy. So oracles are extremely important. When we get an oracle hype in the bull run, Chainlink's doing pretty good. API 3 is doing good. Band Protocol is lagging behind. Stellar has done absolutely insane. It did over a 40x, during the last, was it 18 months now? Yeah, not even 18 months. It's gone absolutely insane. Sorry, not a 4. Yeah, it did actually do a 40x. Did it go all the way up to $600 if I'm not mistaken? Oh, no, my bad. I think it was on BYBIT. Hang on a second, guys. Let me just take a look at TRB 1 second, because I think it was on BYBIT that it just went absolutely bananas. Yeah, it went all the way up to $600. You know, obviously it was trading around about $9-10 in the summer of 2023. So in less than 1 year, it did over a 40x, which was, I mean, absolutely crazy. I mean, you need to be quick. Once something goes extremely parabolic like this, you know, when this parabolic move was absolutely crazy. You want to get out. You want to start thinking getting out here when you pump like this in just a few hours. You want to get out. This is going to crash at some point. So whoever bought Stellar, you know, at lower prices, you know, made absolute bank here. You know, if something goes extremely parabolic like this, you want to start getting out. Get out. Start getting out. Take those profits. You do not want to buy in a parabolic move. Let's take a look at some altcoins, guys. Low caps. Like I said, one of my gems is Umbrella, right? Because when we take a look at high caps, there are insane good projects, but they're probably not going to do much more than a 10x, right, in the bull run that is coming, right? ADA $5, yeah, possibly. You know, Chainlink 10x, $200. I do see it at $100, but I don't think it will reach $200. You know, Polkadot, will it go to $70? Possibly, yes. I do see 50 all-time high hitting. So you got 10x's, right? You can possibly do a 10x on large cap coins, maybe a 20x. But if you're looking for that possible 100x coin, you need to go and dig down the rabbit hole, right? Because Hedera Hashgraph, insane project. This one also, yeah, I do see this one at 70 cents. So you got a 10x right there on Hedera Hashgraph. They're good projects, and they will likely give you some good returns of round about 10-15x, right? Some people want to put $1,000 and they want to make $100,000, right? So then you need to go with a few risky altcoins. Quant also massive. Thorchain, Mina Protocol, insane. This is going to do a 10x, no doubt, in the bull run. But if you know, these are solid projects, and you got kind of guaranteed, nothing is guaranteed obviously, but you got a guaranteed return on your investment. And when you going through some altcoins, Dogecoins I was going to say, when you go through some altcoins such as Umbrella, you got or Zero or Hero, right? Zero or Hero in this case. So it either disappears from the face of the earth, or it either does 100x, right? And you know, for the moment, this is a pretty solid project. It's just one of them that I do believe that it can do very, very well once Oracle hype starts kicking in. Legends, let's continue here with the comment section. Theta 20x, exactly. Theta also easy 10x, you know, on Theta. Theta, easy 10x. Theta is kicking off for the moment a little bit, getting ready. Legends, for me, this is a great opportunity on many of the altcoins. 𝗬liche as well. People were crying on 𝗬liche. Don't worry, guys. You know, this is going to kick off big time. This will kick off big time. This is the first wave, in my opinion, of the bull run, and this is your second, you know, boring wave. Third wave can be extremely explosive. Like I said, this is the first wave up. It could be another few weeks here of the second wave, might get even another leg down. Overall, 𝗬liche, easy 10x on 𝗬liche. Theta network, easy 10x from current price levels. You know, this all-time high was round about, you know, almost $17, currently trading at $1. Easy $10 here for Theta in the bull run, you know, especially after this massive accumulation zone that's happened during the last 18 months. Crazy cheap price levels. Could it go down to 80 cents? Yes. Could it go down to 70 cents? Yes. But that would just bring you an insane zone to buy more. Let's go right away through the you know, 𝗬liche, please, I got from Wills here. Yeah, 𝗬liche also, guys, if you know, these are great for spot buying, but if you are interested obviously in trading them, you can also trade them on BYBIT. 𝗬liche is available on BYBIT. You also have Theta on BYBIT, also for spot buying. Theta is also on BYBIT. You can get the greatest deal down below, but you only get that by signing up with the link down below. $30,000 bonus on BYBIT. It's a deposit bonus. You're not going to deposit $100 and get 30K, but it's a deposit bonus. The more you deposit, the more bonus you do get, and the more trade, then obviously this bonus is used to pay fees and also for losses. You get that airdropped to your account. If you do not want to do KYC, just an email and a password, MEXC is your great alternative. MEXC also has dozens, if not hundreds of altcoins that you can trade with here on MEXC. You got a great bonus as well with the link down below, legends. Let's go right away here with more altcoins, guys, to analyze, you know, the situation on many altcoins to see if they are great buys. IOTX, I mean, I remember IOTX. The only bad thing about IOTX is I think there is something like 3-4 entities that own 70% of the tokens, which is, you want to stay extremely cautious with that. The moment that pumps very hard, it's going to get an epic dump, because apparently there is a small amount of people that have something like 70% of the tokens, and you want to be extremely cautious with that. But yeah, this one obviously after breaking the lower high resistance went absolutely bananas. It did a 3x in a matter of a couple of weeks, getting a pretty decent pullback at the moment. I mean, for me, obviously a pullback is always good to consider buying. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of going sideways for quite a bit of a range. Would consider this as a great DCA level. This is definitely a great DCA zone on IOTX. Bonk, what's happened to Bonk? I am really not aware on what happened to Bonk. Let's take a look at Bonk right away, guys, because it's been a long time since I haven't checked out Bonk. But Bonk, yeah, I mean, Bonk did have its hype. Where do we have more data here to take a look at Bonk? Yeah, right over there. Bonk has found a little bit of a floor level. It's found a pretty nice floor, which is sitting here at the 0.00001. It found a nice base, but the reason why I don't like this floor here is purely based on very aggressive lower high formations. We did break this last lower high and we actually maintained it as support, but this reminds me of 2018 when I started to get into crypto. When I started to get into crypto in 2018, You know, this reminds me very much of the price action of Bitcoin. When you do zoom out on looking at 2018 price action on Bitcoin, it formed obviously it was beginning stages of the bear market. We are at different stages, no doubt, but you know, when you do take a look at the massive rally, and these altcoins have, you know, this one's done, did it get to do 100x? I'm not sure. I think it did 100x basically bonk in a matter of a few months. It went extremely parabolic. For me to believe that these highs are going to be taken in the next coming months is very, very difficult, just based on the massive hype that it's had already, and you know, basically crashing down. It does remind me a little bit at the 2018 Bitcoin price action, where you know, you're probably going to get a leg up, but still forming a lower high right there, come back down, test the lows, and then get the kind of the last crash before it bottoms out and then starts rallying at some point, right, end of 2024 or you know, entering into 2025. It reminds me very much of this price action, right, where you have, you know, the massive parabolic run, you find a base, but you're forming lower highs right there. So when you do take a look at the price of bonk, you know, you've had a massive rally, massive hype rally, basically a market cycle, and then you're looking at the possible lower highs right there, right, and then till you get that ultimate crash down. We are living in different, you know, obviously it's different, a different stage right now. We are in bull market territory. But this meme coin has kind of already has its hype, right? It has had its hype. But for the moment, you know, it's definitely flipping this level of resistance into support at the moment. So you got that nice resistance support flip. So you do have a high chance in trying to claim that high, and then we'll go from there, right? Whether it creates a double top or it breaks through and it manages to flip it as support and continue to the upside. Right, let's go continue. Bitcoin Cash. What's going on with Bitcoin Cash? It's been several weeks since I've taken a look at Bitcoin Cash. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash right away here, you legends. What's going on with Bitcoin Cash? Bitcoin Cash got into a bit of a squeeze range here, triangle. Very, very volatile, not too reliable on TA. Breakout, you know, bounce back up, SFP, come back down. A little bit unreliable, but this is likely to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision as well, and my goodness, Bitcoin Satoshi Vision did have an epic rally a few months ago. This one should pick up. Bitcoin Cash should pick up at some point. A lot of exchanges, a lot of payment wallets, they use Bitcoin Cash, you know, mostly on these different applications, crypto applications. The first ones that they integrate is Bitcoin, obviously Ethereum, US dollar Tether, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin still nowadays. So Bitcoin Cash will be huge. Smart contracts coming, says unknown user. No doubt that I think Bitcoin Cash will do very, very well. I know it's not the real Bitcoin, right? If you do like Bitcoin Cash, make sure to stay away and aware from huge, massive Bitcoin believers, right? Bitcoin Cash, that's not the real Bitcoin. That is rubbish. Bitcoin Cash is faster than the Bitcoin network. It is cheaper than the Bitcoin network. It is as secure, if not more secure, than the Bitcoin network. So, you know, it's a good alternative to Bitcoin if you want to use it as a cash, right? Because obviously Bitcoin, for sending transactions, it is slow, it is expensive. Now, this is why Bitcoin Cash came out, to say, you know, Bitcoin is the gold and Bitcoin Cash would be the cash, you know, that you would be using, because it's very fast, it is very cheap. So this is why Bitcoin Cash came out. And I think that Bitcoin Cash will have its moment, obviously, of a rally. What is curious about Bitcoin Cash, not sure if you noticed, it did not break the previous all-time high in 2021. The all-time high of 2017 was $4,200. All-time high in 2021 was $1,600. This is the thing about altcoins. This is the thing about not being Bitcoin, that altcoins, a lot of altcoins will not reach all-time high, never. And, you know, maybe Bitcoin Cash will not hit all-time highs ever again. You know, who knows? But a lot of the altcoins, just to make you understand, a lot of altcoins do not reach all-time high, guys. Just like on the previous cycle, right? Whoever bought Bitcoin Cash at this range, thinking that it was going to hit all-time high in 2021, they basically rode it all the way up and all the way down to their buying levels and even slightly below. Bitcoin Cash went below the C19 crash during 2022. So imagine buying something, you know, having massive gains of a 10x, right? 10x is massive gains in less than 1 year, not selling anything, and then the price coming back down after 1 year where you bought it, right? Take those profits, guys. Take those profits. A lot of altcoins will not reach all-time high in the bull run. Andy, please take a look at Swift. Sorry, it's SWFT. Let's take a look at that right away. SWFT. I have no idea what this crypto is. SWFT. SWFT coin. SWFT. Is it this one right there? SWFTC? What is this crypto? This is getting a bit of punchy price action to the upside. SWFT coin, US dollar, on Coinbase. It is listed on Coinbase. Bit too volatile of a coin right there. A lot of spike wicks coming back down. A lot of wicks to the upside and crash back down. I don't like these. I don't like analyzing these coins because they're just very up, down, you know, not respecting very much market structure. For the moment, yeah, I mean, very, very volatile. Massive pumps, dumps, consolidation, pump back up. We are maintaining this resistance, I mean, with high volume. I mean, this is the importance of a volume strategy, guys. Look at this. This is the importance of, you know, it's basically a resistance support flip where you do have a peak with high volume and you consolidate, you break through it, you are likely going to get that bounce at the high volume resistance zone to coming back up and test the highs. That is where you would want to take profits. This is in the case if you were trading, right? Simple strategy. Volume strategy, one of my strategies that I use for my trading, keeping it simple, nothing, just volume. High peak, bang, resistance, support, flip, bang, bang, you claim the highs. Swing failure pattern, also major strategy, you know, test the highs, get that back down, get the rejection, short, stop loss, you know, looking for a move down, possibly to come to claim the lows. You claim the lows, you create another swing failure pattern from the lows. So you take profit from this short, you enter a long position right there, stop loss beneath the low, and obviously you are speculating on the price to see if it is going to pick up here in the next coming days. Keeping it simple with the strategies and reading the market. Now let's go right away and continue. Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin? Let's not forget about Bitcoin, legends. Let's not forget about Bitcoin. Bitcoin. What's going on with Bitcoin, legends? Getting a bit of a pullback right now. So yeah, we did not manage to consolidate here. We came straight back up to claim the highs. $50,400 almost being hit right now. We're getting closer and closer here to this 50,800. It's going to be interesting to see how we react at this level. This is a big major level, $50,800, guys. It is a weekly from 2021. Weekly close and open. We have also several daily candles closing and opening at that level. Shout out to DeVault, because DeVault was talking about this level, that it was in confluence as well. Look how many daily candles and closes at that level at 50,800, which is also, you know, strangely enough in confluence with a few things here. Extension. Pivot low, pivot high, pivot low right there. I mean, we're hitting the 1.618 extension. My goodness, guys, you know, it's a dangerous zone. It's such a dangerous zone of resistance, this, you know, $50,000, $51,000 range. You're hitting the 1.618 extension from this wave. When you zoom into the lower time frames and analyze this scenario, let me get these levels out of the way because they're disturbing at the moment, just with the price action. When we take a look at the pivot low, pivot high, pivot low right there, you know, we're getting close to that one-to-one extension. It is where the weekly level is. Also, my goodness, you know, it's just everything's kind of in confluence here at the $51,000 range. Extremely I would be willing to sell another half a Bitcoin at that level, in my opinion, because it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look right for the price to shoot up to $55,000. You know, the moment we start, if we hit that weekly, the moment we start losing it, you know, that is the moment that I will say, okay, this is rejecting, because no doubt that you could break above that weekly level from 2021 and flip it as support. If that were to be the case, it is moon mission for Bitcoin. Get your moon boots on, guys, because this ain't stopping. We're going to all-time high in the next coming months. Halving is just around the corner. We got ETF, we got USA and the Russia that are, you know, fighting for top ranking on Bitcoin mining. You know, it seems like the rush, it's a gold rush that there is right now. It's a digital gold rush. So, you know, we are living in very, very much different times. We got Mr. Beast apparently has a huge amount of Bitcoin by the looks of things. We got here Jack Dorsey here on, you know, the Super Bowl in the US, wearing a 𝗖𝗘ci t-shirt. Mass adoption, guys. Clear signs of mass adoption. Look at the weekly RSI. It started printing bearish divergence. Okay. Yeah, basically, yeah, I mean, I don't need to take a look at that, just because I do know very much that we are likely printing bearish divergence here, either on the weekly or on the daily, you know, if we want. But it's not really, it's a possible exhaustion, you know. RSI for me is just to take a look at higher time frames, just to take a look at, yeah, okay, we're forming bearish divergence at the moment. We've been forming them since all the way down here. So this is why I don't like RSI, purely based that the momentum can continue, right? The RSI has been printing lower highs every single time here in this runner. So you might think, oh, bearish divergence on the RSI right there at this point, right? My goodness. Bearish RSI, lower highs. You got higher highs, so that's bearish. Yeah, but, you know, it pumped another $5,000 after printing, you know, bearish divergence on the RSI. So it's an exhaustion. It's good to say, okay, it's getting exhausted, but, you know, I don't take it into consideration for any of my trading. That is for sure. Never use RSI for any trading decisions. It's a bunch of rubbish. RSI is a lagging indicator, and it won't tell you the top or bottom. Exactly. Yes, sir. RSI is a rubbish indicator. Chuck it in the rubbish. It's not worth anything. It can tell you, yes, the price could, you know, then obviously you're creating highs and highs and highs, and then you get the drop, and you said, yeah, we are forming bearish RSI divergence. So you're forming them since, you know, $37,000, and it's been pumping like crazy. So it could continue still forming those bearish divergence. It's not really a great indicator, to be honest. It's already moon mission, in my opinion, but I accept I'm a pleb. Hey, I was completely wrong, and I'm happy to say I'm wrong, guys. You know, I'm not the best TA guy out there. You know, it's obvious, right? It would be quite foolish of myself to say, you know, hey, you know, I you know, look at my predictions. You know, I have good predictions, I have bad predictions, like everybody. But what I am very good at is risk management and knowing exactly where to get into a trade and where to place my stop loss. That is the key thing about trading, guys. You have no risk management. You're the best TA guy in the world. You will fail, right? Jesse Livermore did die poor, and he was the TA, one of the TA masters back in the day. He was poor, basically. He knew about analyzing the market, but he didn't know how to manage his risk. So overall, risk management, guys, is the most important thing that you need to learn. You can be a basic TA guy like me. I'm very, very basic. I'm like support, resistance, flip, looking at volume, price action, a couple of levels, Fibonacci. That's it. Risk management, bang, know where to enter, where to place your stop loss. You're good to go. You're good to go for trading. No one is the best. People have moments. Yeah, exactly. You know, predictions can happen. You know, I was expecting a possible lower high at this point, guys, right? You know, the market has broken the structure right there. I'm expecting a possibility of a lower high here at this range based on, you know, breakdown on market structure. However, considering this move down very impulsively and very, very shallow when you do analyze the situation. I mean, it's just moving out, right? And analyzing the impulsive move. And we are taking, guys, the look at Fibonacci time. Like I said, Fibonacci time, guys, extremely important. We got into an epic trading scenario yesterday based on Fibonacci time as well, getting into that squeeze symmetrical triangle like I explained here at the beginning of the stream, right? So knowing that, hey, we moved here in 5 waves to the upside. This is the low, this is the high. Once you're consolidating here, you realize how you're forming a corrective symmetrical triangle. And when you take a look at Fibonacci time, going from the lowest pivot here, from the impulsive move to the highest pivot, once you're consolidating, you know that as soon as you cross the 1-to-1, this corrective structure can finish. You cross that 1-to-1, bang, you come up and test the highs. Of course, that is your target zone. You don't expect it to go to $50,000. You take profit at the highs. That's it. Whatever the price does next. If it continues up, then, well, it is what it is. If it comes down, lucky I took those profits, you know, at this level and didn't get stopped out at break even or stopped out right there with this move. So when we go and take a look at Fibonacci time, guys, the timing, right? It's just a simple tool that we have here, trend-based Fibonacci time. We know that the 1-to-1 is extremely important. 1-to-1 to the 1.618. And when we do take a look at, like I explained at the beginning of the stream, the ultimate bottom low on the 21st of November of 2022 to the high right there, you can see as soon as you cross the 1-to-1, and this ain't a 5 wave, this ain't a 5 wave, this ain't, you know, an ABC. No, it's a flat. It's a flat because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you have 1, 2, 3, and an ABC. You can see how at the end of this impulsive move and this corrective structure, as soon as you cross the 1-to-1, market starts to recover. And what is disturbing about this move, of course, where we currently at, okay? When we do take a look at Fibonacci time, about from this low, we ain't counting this wick because this was on futures exchanges, right? Most of the exchanges such as Coinbase or Binance Spot, low was taken here on the 11th of September. And we do take a look at one, you know, this being a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 wave, 3 right there, 4th, 5 wave. You know, with the timing, it does not make sense for this to, it doesn't make sense, even if you do count this as, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Could have this been the ABC? I mean, let's take a look at that scenario right away. Yeah, I mean, it's too shallow of a pullback. You know, you're not even going, you're not moving even above, you know, after the 618. It's just too shallow. It's too shallow for this to actually be a massive bull run, right? For it to actually explode to $55,000, $60,000 in the coming weeks without getting a major consolidation. You know, the timing doesn't look right. The timing right now doesn't look like it should do this. However, you know, it all depends on buying pressure that there is. You know, we do know that there is institutional FOMO, right? Is there institutional FOMO going on, guys? Let me know in the description, in the comment section, if you do believe so. That this time is different. You know, this time, you know, forget about your silly technical analysis. It ain't gonna work. Fibonacci time or anything, or any wave theory, you know, forget about all of that nonsense. We are heading to all-time high in the next couple of months. Not gonna buy it, guys. Not gonna buy it. I do hold a bunch of Bitcoin just in case. You know, who knows? We live in very interesting times. Let's take a look at Ethereum right away. The best trader is the naked trader that makes his trades on price action. You know, that is very true. You know, the moment you start seeing 𝗖cie𝗺𝗺𝘃𝗄 clouds and a huge amount of different levels on the chart, and, you know, basically a messy chart, you need to stay very much away of that, guys. You know, keep it simple. You know, I like Elliott wave theory. I like Fibonacci timing, retracement, expansions. It works very, very well. But basic price action is the best. Basically understanding the corrective structures, clean charts, no doubt is the best. Let's take a look at Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing, legends? What is Ethereum doing? Is Ethereum exploding, or what is it? Is moving up. It is moving up right now. It's taking over. First Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then altcoins, right? If we were to go with the rule. Woo. Did you pump? I mean, no doubt that this is, you know, it's still good levels to buy Ethereum. Still good levels, because I do see, you know what's going to happen, legends, that we do have very likely an Ethereum spot ETF that is on the way. What does that mean? There's going to be a FOMO moment for Ethereum. And you can see it. You can Google Ethereum spot ETF. There are some deadlines for approval on an Ethereum spot ETF for May. We did get JP Morgan out on saying that Ethereum will likely outperform Bitcoin. I also strongly believe that that is going to be the case. We already hit my kind of buying zone for Ethereum based on this ABC scenario after the bull run of 2021, right? This is the moment you want to get excited for Ethereum against Bitcoin. Major rally right over here, right? Major rally, big long consolidation right there. Hang on a second, let's take a look at Fibonacci time here, because we like Fibonacci time. From the ultimate low level to the high. Woo! This looks good. This looks good for the Ethereum BTC chart to end its corrective move very soon. It looks very good when we do take a look at Fibonacci timing here from the ultimate low created in August of 2019 to the high in, you know, you could arguably discuss a little bit of a complex, you know, waves right there, but overall impulsively very boring and corrective. We are just days away in crossing the 1-to-1. Basically the first week of March we'll be starting to cross the 1-to-1, guys, on the Ethereum BTC chart. We know what happens when you cross a 1-to-1, right? When you come in from a low to a high in an impulsive move in a corrective structure. When you cross a 1-to-1, it is end of corrective structure. Bang, we are likely going to get that move to the upside. Yeah, no doubt Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin in the next coming months. That is, you know, that is for sure. So obviously holding, you know, Ethereum against Bitcoin is definitely a great option, right? We know about those 1-to-1s, guys. 1-to-1 in Fibonacci time. You know, they work like magic. Low to high, corrective structure, 1-to-1, bang, you start getting a move. So yeah, we just kind of about to hit the 1-to-1 right there. So Ethereum's still at very good price levels. I can already tell you, buying Ethereum today, if you buy $10,000 worth of Ethereum today and $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, there will be a moment during this, this 2024, likely maybe next week, that your gains on Ethereum will be much higher than Bitcoin's, right? You're going to make some gains on Bitcoin, but don't expect, obviously, a 10x, right, in the next 1 to 2 years. You could actually expect it on Ethereum. I mean, no, maybe not a 10x, but yes, a 6, 7x, compared to Bitcoin. Anyway, just to keep it simple, Ethereum will make better gains than Bitcoin. That is for sure. Looks like we topped head and shoulder on lower time frame plus a swing failure pattern. Oh my goodness, did Bitcoin top right now? Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that, because we need to hit that $51,000 range, $50,800 to be more exact. Would be willing to, if we hit that weekly level, if we are above it, I'm sticking bullish. The moment we start getting below it, which is pretty obvious, it's likely going to happen. I'm going to sell a little bit more of my Bitcoin, and we'll be looking for a possible swing short position. Extremely good risk management. Might get stopped out once or twice at break-even levels, managing risk very, very well. But if this were to be a flat ABC, if this is ABC right there, and this is a one wave down, and you're looking for a move down here in the next 1 to 2 months, you could get into an epic swing short position, right? It's a move of $10,000 to the downside. You want to be extremely good with risk management, okay? I do see that possibility of hitting that weekly level. So yeah. Oh yeah, Gary Gensler will not explicitly say whether Ethereum is a security or a commodity. Yeah, very true. He is in doubt. So yeah. Where the fuck do... Right. I don't want to swear, guys. We're not, where can we get in? The scenario here for this weekly level, for me, it's simple because I know what to do. But I know for anybody that has not much experience and wants to trade it, for me, there's 2 options here in this weekly level. There's going to be a quick little scalp. I mean, there was a good scalp here from this high, guys. This did get rejected. The highs here from the ETF news did get a rejection. This is ETF highs. This did get a pullback. It did get a pullback. On the lower time frames, you got above it. It's a swing failure pattern. You tap the highs from the ETF news. And from that level, you rejected about $400. So there's 2 scenarios here. Hey, we're in a bullish trend. So, trend is your friend. We could be looking for higher. Look to also possible long the retracements. No doubt. Always a great option to long retracements. However, to explain this on the lower time frames, there's 2 options here, guys. At this weekly level, daily level at $50,800. We continue on this uptrend. We're in a bullish market structure. So no doubt that, you need to stay aware of the scenario of you will likely get a quick reaction at this weekly level. It will reject a few $100s. Will you be fast enough to get in and get out? Will you be fast enough to get in and get out? Or are you going to be an average losing trader that is getting in, stop losses here, you're in profits, you're watching your profits, and then you maintain higher low support structure, and then, oh, I got stopped out again. You need to be fast. You need to be quick. It is a rejection level. You got the opportunity. You get in quickly. You manage your risk very, very well, and you should be likely getting here a pullback of a few $100s. There is a possibility of a quick rejection. Now, you could hit that level and blast through it. You want to see that level getting above and getting beneath the level to get the pullback. The moment you are above, you do not want to short because it could just blast through. The moment you start getting above aggressively, then you trigger. You don't want to short there. You want to short as you lose that level. You don't want to give too much space of a stop loss. You get the pullback, happy days. If you are in uptrend, you're flipping that resistance into support. Remember, you're in an uptrend. You could have another attempt in breaking. Second scenario here on how to short this level would be you climbing up here, bang, you hit it, you reject, you didn't get in, but you're still forming bullish momentum structure. You might get supported here from a resistance support flip. Bang, you hit the second one. That might be the good one where it's going to get a really, really decent pullback. It's a double top, swing failure pattern from the high that has just been created on the lower time frames. That is also your shorting trigger if you reject here with the second move up. So this is a classic scenario that happens where you hit that high, you got people shorting a level, you just create a higher low, woof, you get above it, people get stopped out, people are scared in shorting that zone, and then is when you get the decent pullback. The second touch, double top in this case, is when you lose those highs is when you want to get in. Just a brief explanation on how you could trigger. You always have a stop loss above the highs, guys, managing risk very well. It could explode out at the end of the day. You don't want to be in a losing trade. And of course, we are in an uptrend. So if you're in if you are in an uptrend, trend is your friend. You're looking for support resistance flips, and you're following the trend because you very much know that the highs can be taken, as we've been seeing during the last few days. Legends, I'm going to leave it right now. 1,000 watching, 260 likes. I don't believe it. No way. You must be joking. I don't believe it, guys. We're almost 1,000 people watching. I need to ask for likes. If you don't like the video, we're giving pure educational content. We talk about, different scenarios, different probabilities, how you can manage risk for your trading. Pure education, guys. Smash up that like button, guys. Give it a smash here. Let's all smash it up together. Let's see if we can get to 500 likes all together. That would be absolutely epic. Let's see this like button go to 500 likes here, and we'll continue with the live stream. How about that? Yeah, I mean, we need a, it's a little bit lame to beg for likes, but come on. Oh my goodness, look at that. That was absolutely insane. That was a huge jump, guys. Thank you very much. That was epic. We got 70 likes in just a few seconds. It was like, wow, look at this. Woo. Hey, bullish on the like button. My goodness. How epic was that? It can get to 500. I know we can, guys. Oh, 412 likes. Let's go. Bullish on the, smash the likes. Bullish on the like button, legends. We are bullish on the likes, but it's breaking all-time highs. Look at this. We can get to 500, guys. Come on. People are leaving the stream. They're like, look at this guy, asking for likes. Yeah, guys. Thank you very much. Yeah, almost hitting 500. Absolutely epic, guys. Thank you very much for the support. Liked. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you, Jason. No worries. I feel like an idiot. I just liked. Thank you very much. Right, bullish on the like button. Yeah, like button went absolutely crazy. We went from 270 to 500. That was epic. And wow, 500. You guys are legends. Absolutely epic. From 270 and about, hey, I'm going to do this more often. Yeah, this obviously helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow, guys. So yeah, it's extremely appreciated. Thank you very much for that. It seems like you guys listened on that. It's really fun to see how we're getting that insane support here in just a matter of a few seconds. Thank you for the reminder there, Mark Dutch. Mark Dutch, I think you probably know him. He's a moderator on different channels. He's an absolute epic guy. He's been helping here in the channel for quite a few years already. We got obviously Moonboot Boy, Seb, Aditya. Seb, shout out to you, my man. Thank you very much. Thank you, legends. You guys rock. 550. That was epic. I'm selling. Yes, we got Valentine saying that I'm selling. I did sell half a Bitcoin today, guys. It's not much because I don't want to sell my Bitcoin, but it's like take profit, Because that half a Bitcoin, and if we do get above $51,000 and then we reject from $51,000, I will sell another well, I might even sell 1 Bitcoin more at this. Just for, I mean, it's take profit zone. I've been buying Bitcoin like crazy at $30,000, $20,000. It's just taking profits, and I just have a feeling that we could get cheaper Bitcoin. We are at FOMO moment. You're seeing everybody extremely bullish. Based on the technicals, it would not make sense to actually move much higher than 51, 52,000, maybe 53 as the ultimate target for a possible flat here. And the timing doesn't look correct for the price to suddenly go to $60,000 when we do take a look at the timing, right? It just doesn't make sense that we're going to have that steam here. We need a cool off. We need to sideways a little bit of dumpy action, get a bit rangy. So no doubt that at highest points is a good level to take profit. When you hit some highs from the last few months, it's always good to take profits. We take profit at highs, we buy at lows. Whether we claim this low or this one, this will be a buying moment, guys. If this were to happen, this is a moment to buy. This is a moment to actually take profits, right? Take some profits, not sell everything, take profits. Legends, thank you very much for the insane support. I'm going to leave you guys to it. Thank you very much for joining. Got a bunch of people leaving the stream because we got someone begging for likes. Yeah. Guys, thank you very much. Like I said, I'm looking possibly for that level to be hit. If we start losing this high aggressively in the coming hours, I mean, it's going to be looking interesting. I'll be updating here with a video on the major levels on a video update tomorrow morning. Remember, if you are looking to trade any scenarios, make sure to check out BYBIT, guys. You do have the best deal down below for BYBIT and for MEXC. They're my favorite crypto trading platforms. Getting hiccups here. Where I trade. You need to sign up with the link down below to get the exclusive bonus that is only available here with the links in the description, okay? Legends, thank you very much. Mark Dutch, thank you for the insane support. 𝗖𝗵𝗺𝗽𝗁𝗃, I can see you right over there. Thank you, Legends. Looking possibly for that 50,800 range, guys. Strong level of resistance. Check the reaction right there. Getting a bit of a cool off right now. Obviously, we've been absolutely exploding today. Over $2,000. A little bit of a corrective structure here is very much possible. Thank you, Legends. If you want more updates, of course, you have the Legends trading community. Link is also down below if you want that exclusive updates, on lower time frames, looking for scalping scenarios, just like the one we were looking for here possible yesterday. There's several options, and we look at possible, mini range scalping scenarios. Thank you, Legends, and I'll see you in the next one.